What's going on, you guys? I'm going over the gap strategy one more time. But the first video, I went into some more information. I went into the gap up strategy. I went to the basically the gap fill strategy, the gap and go, and the gap fill reversal. But this one, I'm going to be focusing on just the gap fill strategy. All right, so we went over it, right? Let me zoom out. 30 minutes. Basically, just go over the gap. We gap down right here from this area down to here. And I told you guys, the moment that we push up, pull back, turn this into support, and we're going to fill the gap. The moment, if it don't do a clean one like this, it will push up above the resistance, pull back near the resistance, make a higher low, and then fill the gap. And we also got times where we push up to the past the resistance, pull back to the resistance, turn into support, and then push up, continue to push up, and then partially fill the gap above, turn it into partially fill. All right. Now we have more than one fill on this chart, as you can see. Matter of fact, I'm going to be going over a cleaner chart with you guys. This is a nice one, but I'm going to be going over a cleaner chart with you guys. Let me just double check this one more time. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this one with you, and then I'll go over the next one. All right. So we got a nice gap right here, right? Let's zoom in right here. The stock closed up here because it's a red candle, so it closed at the bottom, right? It closed at the bottom because it's a red candle. All right. So we close down there and we open at the top of this candle because it's a green candle. Okay. So let's put our I like mine's blue, like I told you. I like my gaps blue. All right. That's what I'm gonna do for my preference over here on my side. You can change it to whatever color you want, whatever style you want. It's up to you. All right. So we see. All right. I'm going to make this a big rectangle right here, just so we can see the gap level. Same thing for up here. This is a huge gap level. So I like going to my gap levels. This is my preference. It's up to you. However you want to do it for you. All right. So we can see. Excuse me. All right. Let me just zoom in right here. All right. So we see the stock tried to fill the gap this time, but I told you the moment it turned into support, it's going to try to run. Try to fill above this time, then hold above support, push above this time, then hold above support. There's a bunch of times to try to test it. You just can't hold above this level and turn into support. We just keep getting false breakouts, false runs. All right, fell, and I told you guys, the moment the stock, this is what we look for. The moment the stock push above the resistance right here, pull back. It got to establish this level of support, and then it'll run. Or push above, make a higher low, pull back, make a higher low. Not necessarily come all the way back down to resistance and turn to support. Sometimes it'll make a higher low above it and then run. And I told you, sometimes we'll get pushes, pull right back to it, fill it partially, and then come right back down. Got fill reversal, but we're not going to go into that. All right, all right. We're going to be going into. We got rejected right here again. Pull it back, rejected. See, this is strong resistance, resistance. All right. But check out this time. Check this time out. All right. This time they pushed above it, failed again, and this time we pushed above it, pulled back. You see, and then we kept running, and then we pushed above this resistance area right here because we kept getting rejected up there too. All right. So let's just look at that. Let's just study this real quick right here. Let's study this. All right. The stock got rejected right here, failed to break above. There's a lot going on right here. Let me remove it. All right. All right. So the stock pushed above again, failed to break above, hold this as support. It really helps support right here, but it failed to break above and washed out. Basically, found some resistance over here. All right. So again, the stock pushed above, pushed up, pulled back. You see this huge wick. This huge wick meaning it came down to the support area, but the bulls held it up. It pushed up, basically retested on this green one right here. The bulls held it up. This huge wick meaning it came all the way down here. They tried to make it sell off, but the bulls held it up, which means the buyer stepped in right here, held the stock up. All right, and then we pushed back up where we got rejected right here, and right there. And this time we pushed up and ran. As you can see, pushed up and ran. Pushed up, like nice wick right here. Retested it, just like on any other strategy. It don't look like a red candle, so it don't look like a retest, but it's a retest right there due to the fact that it's a wick right there. The wick mean it came down to this level, tested it, and then held, and then ran. So this is what we look for. Push it back, push up into the gap area, right? Past the resistance to the gap resistance area. Pull back, turn this gap resistance area to support on this candle long wick, and then run. But this kept getting rejected. This resistance right here, resistance. Even got rejected over here, but we end up making a higher low again on the next pullback, and then kept running. All right, so we pushed up, pulled back, and ran to some resistance, but we finally broke above it, pushed above that, pull back right there, and continue to run. And what happened to AMD? AMD filled that gap above. The market actually closed right here. The next day it filled the gap above, and it basically filled up above overnight because the market gapped up. So this would end up probably filling it anyway, but the market gave it a bigger step because it made a gap again. So this is another gap, AMD waiting for the gap below as well. All right, but that's a different story. So overall, the stock pushed above, pulled back right there, and then ran. Broke above the resistance area right there, had right down there, and then kept running. All right, so that's basically what we look for the gap fill strategy. All right, now let me go to a cleaner chart for you. I'm going to SQ. All right, give it some time to load for me. Give it some time to load. All right, now let's look at this. SQ had a huge gap down from right here all the way down to right here. Now this is SQ. You see it. I already got it filled. I already got it draw for us, so you don't got it. So we don't got to. We could go over that on a more so on a one-on-one session. How we draw it. But I already showed you guys how to draw it. Basically from where it closed to where it opened. That's where you put the gap area at. And I told you, the moment it turned this gap area into support, it's gonna try to run. All right. So it pushed up, fell, pushed up, fell, pushed up, fell, and check this out. Pushed up, established it as support, filled the gap. That's what we look for. This was a clean one. A nice one. Pushed up, established it as support, filled the gap. All right, that is what we look for. Okay, that is what we look for every single time. But it didn't fill a gap in one day. It pushed up, turned to support, filled the gap, closed right here, and we had a nice gap up. The market gapped up overnight, helped us fill the gap, and then it was a nice push. And then it turned to a gap fill reversal because the moment it didn't hold this at support, it came right back down. But that's a different story. It just pushed up, turned resistance right here to support, and then filled the gap above, which was a beautiful play. All right, beautiful play. All right, but that's the gap fill in a nutshell, you guys. This is part 2 of it because part 1 was a little bit over the edge and basically went to more details on other stuff. But this is just a main focus on it. All right. See you in the next video.